Not that long ago, in a state not that far away, there was a community with the best of intentions. They all wanted to help youth experiencing homelessness, and they were all superheroes in their own individual ways. They had the passion as well as the superpowers to help minor youth experiencing homelessness between the ages of 12 and 18. But a town with multiple superheroes can sometimes run into problems.
I carry this baggage with me every day, and is with me everywhere I go. I want hope and support, but I also want meaningful and sustained investment. Who is going to help me?
We are the Savior Ladies. We have the power to serve homeless youth. We can take care of this.
I am Bureaucracy. I have the power to govern all systems for youth homelessness. I got this.
I am the Gladiator. I have the power to protect homeless youth. I got this.
I am the school district stepmaster. I have the power to plan and educate homeless youth. I will take care of this.
George! Got this.
Excuse me, please move. Hey.
Let's just meet again in 3 months or something.
Wait.
Well, that didn't work. Something needs to be done. Let's call everyone to the base camp.
The first and possibly most important step of this journey for the newly created challenge team was to create a location where information could be shared immediately, collaboratively, and easily. An investment was made into purchasing a Basecamp account, an online project collaboration platform that did away with overwhelming email chains and outdated information.
Our community has been selected to be a part of the 100-day challenge. This is a great honor, but one that provides challenges the likes of which we may have never seen before. Community leaders have gathered together and see each of you as being imperative to ending youth homelessness. They would like to task you all with filling the gap of a youth shelter.
Creating a shelter in 100 days? That's impossible.
Nothing is impossible, but we don't have much time, so you must set seemingly unattainable goals and achieve them in rapid timelines. And remember, you must work together. Our community depends on it.
The team realizes this is no easy task. They also realize that it will take more than a brick and mortar building to reach their goal. It will require collaboration, community involvement, and innovation across a siloed system.
I have a goal. Let's give 150 youth a safe and stable place to be.
I have a goal. Let's assess 25 youth ages 12 to 18, and let's also create a youth action board.
I have a goal. Let's create a citywide by name list and a process for continually updating it.
I have a goal. Let's strengthen our weekly outreach program and try to contact at least 10 youth per week.
I have a goal. Let's create an immediate needs station with a single entry point that can be accessed 24/7.
I have a goal. Why don't we have a community celebration to empower and educate the community? And let's all do it together.
But though our heroes have the drive and energy, there were barriers that each were wrestling with.
The challenge of tackling homelessness is difficult enough. Do we really have the capacity to make headway into youth homelessness? Made even more challenging with our focus on minors? No one has ever done this before. What makes us think we can do
This
it?
county has been talking about this for years. Is this really going to change
We
things?
may personally be on board, but what will our superiors say about it?
We all say we want to work together, but when the going gets tough, we always fall back to the comfort of working only internally. Will that happen
Private
again?
funders are frustrated with the lack of progress and forward momentum when it comes to youth homelessness. They have heard the same talk about it and no action. What are we
We are
going
on
to do?
board, but at the end of the day, most of us who have been asked to do this are frontline staff. Do we really have the capacity to make change and be heard?
They met at different locations around the city in an effort to become more visible and encourage conversation from others who may not be aware of the work that's being done. They presented a unified voice in front of community agencies, boards of directors, government entities, and others. They were interviewed by local newspapers and television stations. They worked through challenges and roadblocks as a unit and carried out tasks that would begin to shape their community at large. And the team created on day one was only added to and lost no one along the way. So what did they accomplish in 100 days? Let's check back in with our heroes.
With the direction and coordination of our lived experience youth, Community Action Agency, Home Youth and Resource Center, and Youth Era created a Youth Action Board, and they began the meetings. We had a lofty goal of finding safe and stable locations for 150 youth. Though we didn't fully meet the goal, we are proud that there are 93 youth who avoided and left couch surfing situations, and who were instead staying in comparatively safe and stable locations. Our next steps are to commit to host home models, and we will be working to implement this in the community to provide more safe and stable locations.
We created a by name list, still rudimentary, but a list nonetheless, as a starting point to look at numbers, needs, and basic tracking of safe and stable options for youth. We'll be going back to our by name list and completing assessments that will more formally and productively inform us of needs and service delivery. We have had communication with our sponsor Continuum of Care to create an HMIS form specific to our community.
We have had challenges with street outreach, but we've been consistently trying to accomplish this goal with limited resources. We have done partnering with adult outreach providers who will contact the team when their youth are located, and are in planning stages for the creation of a youth-focused outreach model to make appropriately guide interactions with street youth and provide tools for engagement for non-street youth. We will also be planning community engagement efforts, recruitment and training for individuals who can commit manpower to the outreach effort.
Salem Housing Authority and Salem Police Department partnered to create a location for an immediate needs mobile station. Salem Housing Authority donated a space in their building to house supplies, and Salem Police Department will have direct access to the location at all hours. Social media and word of mouth awareness was completed, and the location is currently stocked with emergency need items: coats, socks, undergarments, backpacks, tents, food boxes, and sleeping bags. A separate community partner has agreed to field after-hours calls and relay information to the police department when the need arises. This partnership will allow us to engage with youth and offer them assistance in the moment to meet their needs. It will also build rapport between youth and the police department and many other partners, and encourage youth, even those who are not yet ready, to formally engage with providers to access services in the future.
We put on an extremely successful community celebration. The venue loved our message of a 100-day challenge and donated the rooms and catering completely free of charge. They desired to be partners in the future. 140 people attended to see and interact with homeless youth and providers. They wanted to be humbled with the statistics of youth and homelessness right here in our own community and be energized with amazing work being done, not only by the 100-day challenge, but by also our youth leaders. We will be convening with more information sessions in the future to keep our community engaged.
On top of this, the work in Unified Front put the community on notice and gave them an outlet and way to see progress. And as a result, the community answered the call. On day one of the 100-day challenge, there was officially $0 to go towards the creation of a youth shelter. By day 40, $180,000 had been donated. By day 90, almost $400,000 had been donated. Though this was not officially one of the team's goals, it came to fruition, aided by the work of the 100-day challenge. And it will be imperative to the success of homeless youth across the community.
Regardless of where the winds may take our heroes once they return back to their individual lairs, they will forever all be a part of the challenge. They wear their shirts loud and proud and won't need capes to prove that they are superheroes. This logo has been such a recognizable image that it is in the process of being trademarked by the COC and utilized as a unifying visual for all future heroes across the COC landscape. The 100 days may be gone, but the learning, collaboration, and understanding of what it takes to be successful will never be forgotten.
We are in this together.